About chapter 5. So the rebuilding begins anew. And the prophets Haggai and Zechariah the son of Iddo prophesied of the Jews who were in Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel, Jesus Christ, who was over them. Then Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel and Jeshua the son of Jozadak arose and began to rebuild the house of God that is in Jerusalem. And the prophets of God were with them, supporting them. At the same time, Tattenai, the governor of the province beyond the river, and Shetharabaznaiah and their associates came to them and spoke to them thus: Who gave you a decree to build this house and to finish this structure? They also asked them this: What are the names of the men who are building this building? But the eye of their God was on the elders of the Jews, and they did not stop them until the report should reach Darius, and then an answer be returned by letter concerning it. Tattenai's letter to King Darius. This is a copy of the letter that Tattenai, the governor of the province beyond the river, and Shetharabaznaiah and his associates, the governors who were in the province beyond the river, sent to Darius the king. They sent him a report in which was written as follows: To Darius the king, all peace. Be it known to the king that we went to the province of Judah to the house of the great God. It is being built with the huge stones, and timber is laid in the walls. This work goes on diligently and prospers in their hands. Then we asked those elders and spoke to them thus: Who gave you a decree to build the house and to finish the structure? We also asked them their names for your information, or we might write down the names of their leaders. And this was their reply to us: We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and we are rebuilding the house that was built many years ago, which a great king of Israel built and finished. Because our fathers had angered the God of heaven, he gave them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, the Chaldean, who destroyed the house and carried away the people to Babylon. However, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Babylon, Cyrus the king made a decree that this house of God should be rebuilt, and the gold and silver vessels of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar had taken out of the temple that was in Jerusalem and brought into the temple of Babylon, these Cyrus the king took out of the temple of Babylon, and they were delivered to one whose name was Sheshbazzar, whom he had made governor. And he said to him, Take these vessels, go and put them in the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be rebuilt on its site. Then this Sheshbazzar came and laid the foundations of the house of God that is in Jerusalem, and from that time until now it has been in building, and it is not finished yet. Therefore, if it seems good to the king, let search be made in the royal archives that are in Babylon, and see whether a decree was issued by Cyrus the king for the rebuilding of this house of God in Jerusalem. Let the king send us his pleasure in this matter. That's chapter 5, pretty much. The rebuilding begins, and of course Tattenai became angry about it, really, and he sent a letter to King Darius to warn him: Look, the Jews are starting to rebuild it again without your permission. And the Jews, tell Tattenai to write to King Darius for him to search the archives to see if King Cyrus had made it legal for the Jews to rebuild the temple, in which he did. And later on, he will find that King Cyrus did tell the Jews to rebuild the nation of Israel and to rebuild the temple. That's chapter 5. I'm going to be right by chapter 6 here shortly.